Good evening, everybody. It is still Saturday, May 7th, or May 7th, yeah. May 7th, May 15th. If you can't tell by the look of my hair and whatnot, it's been a rough, just shoveling day. It is after 9 p.m. Jerry Ann has been having a rough day, and I was thankful that she came out for as long as she did, because her right side, God, Jerry's right leg, knee to hip, and lower back has been really giving her problems. Unfortunately, it seems like it seems to be like it's getting progressively worse. Her shoulder's been a problem for a while, we know that, but when you have your left shoulder messed up and your right ankle or your right leg and hip being obstinate and giving you all kinds of problems, excuse me. We were supposed to go tomorrow. We were supposed to go to Illinois, but that got kiboshed. I don't know. I probably talked about a lot of this in my other video, but I want to go into a little bit of detail. Twofold. One, just to get it off my shoulders and off my chest and unburden myself as best as possible. Thanks. I don't need reminding that I need to breathe. Because of what's going on with her and their triggers from past incident to past issues, that it's giving me a bit of a anxiety, stress type issue. Now, she's currently laying down in her bed, trying to be as comfortable as possible, talking with her bestie, Lisa, because she has at least an outlet other than YouTube to unburden her stresses and whatnot, even though sometimes her friends add more stress due to their whatever. But basically, Jerry said if this pain does not go away by Monday, she's going to the ER. Now, when I kind of panicked about that, she explained the reason why is the ER has people on staff for assisting those with ambulatory problems, or that in fact they'll probably have plus size wheelchairs and various different things to help her along. Right now, she's one of the biggest reasons why she's trying to stay in the bedroom for the most part is one of her other her other health problems that have developed is lack of bladder control. So it's like when she feels like she needs to go potty, it's, not one of those, oh, you've got a few minutes to get up and go to the bathroom. It's like, you got to get up and go now. Well, with her issues with her movement, her lack of speed, I guess you'd say, because of the aches and pains, it sometimes becomes a bit of an accident or uncontrolled situation that she doesn't make it to the pot in time. So being in the bedroom, it's a lot closer to the bathroom than if she was spending her whole time in the living room because of the distance between the 2 points. I am doing my best to do what I can, and because of the current situation, a lot of our projects have been put on hold for the time being. We did get one project done, which I talked about earlier, which was basically we measured the room and all the furniture going into the room so we can lay out a floor plan to have an idea of how we're rearranging the room. She talked about how if she's feeling a little bit better here in about half an hour or so, we would finish up one of the projects where she's basically sitting in bed while I do the bulk of the physical work, which I don't mind. It actually helps me out a little bit because it helps me tire me out, and when it's time to go to bed, I am ready to pass out. The plan to go to Illinois was kiboshed, except for mom is going, she's going to go with one of her besties who's going to drive her. So the only thing is the bestie basically said every hour or so I need to stop and just get up and move around, which is no big deal. So they're going to leave out of here at like 10 o'clock in the morning, since the party is not until like later in the afternoon. So they'll have more than ample enough time to get from here to there, go to the hotel and drop off the bulk of their stuff, and then get to the apartment or whatever that the party is going to be at. My biggest concern is not the party. Yeah, I am concerned about mom getting to and from Illinois. My biggest concern is Jerry, because I have noticed a substantial difference in the size of her legs, which has me concerned. I'm actually going to spend the rest of my night, instead of playing games or whatnot, doing some research, because if for some reason her health and whatnot is going to basically either make her bedridden, or she's going to need a wheelchair or some sort of other means of getting from point A to point B, and possibly various other personal things that I'm not going to talk about. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm probably not going to put this video on the air unless I edit the crap out of it or get permission from Joanne to put it on air. But I know for the most part it's not diabetic, because according to her glucometer, let's just call it glucometer, and her every morning checking her sugar levels and whatnot, that her sugar levels are not spiking drastically to warrant concerns of a diabetic issue. I'm more concerned about like some of the other different issues that her family has had. Her brother had edema, basically swelling of the legs and whatnot due to his health. But the thing is, for the most part, I don't think it's a long-term issue. I think it's just something recently has happened, that she did something wrong, or the activities that she did a week ago today. No, wait a minute, today Saturday, so a week ago yesterday, has caused a long-term side effect that we did not foresee. So at this point in time, I especially, and she's taking my feelings and my emotions and my concerns in consideration, that I don't think she should be driving long distances. So that's one of the reasons why we decided to not forego me and Jerry driving, going to Illinois. If it wasn't for the factor, I don't particularly want to drive a long distance, that long of a distance, let alone dealing with the spaghetti bowl, as I call it, the new ramp system, whatnot, for interchanges that they have outside of St. Louis, just past Washington, Missouri. I don't want to deal with that, and I don't want to deal with traffic on a Sunday morning. Now if we would have left like earlier this morning, or even like within the next hour, because it takes about 4 hours to drive, so maybe if we had left here about 6 p.m, probably would have hit St. Louis right at the end of rush hour traffic. And if I were to map it out myself, instead of using a direct route, I would have done a long around and go around St. Louis instead of going through St. Louis. I might have been able to drive it if I felt comfortable, but don't really feel comfortable doing that. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, if it wasn't for the fact that I would be concerned about Jerry sitting long periods of time in the car alone, whether she was driving or not, because like she was saying yesterday before she realized how bad things were getting, that she could easily set cruise control and not have to worry about, manning the gas brake pedal unless it was a necessity. But after seeing how her leg is operating, how she's having a hard time bending the knee and moving the leg on her own, that's the right leg, is the leg she needs to operate the pedals. And no, I don't want her debilitated momentum in that leg being an issue. So for safety issues, we're not going. I hate repeating myself, but I am, because my brain is stuck right now in a loop of, should I be going online and looking at wheelchairs or motorized wheelchairs, scooters, finding ways to, see how much it would cost for a platform bed for a king-size mattress. A lot of different things going through my head, like, should I do this? Should I do that? What a just contingency thoughts, like, okay, what if we go to the emergency room Monday and they give her a temporary wheelchair until she can purchase her own, and they tell her that she needs to get a lower bed or means of getting in and out of bed without having to climb. And just a lot of little things that I know if I have to basically lift the bed up or get the bed out of the bed frame and remove the wheels for the bed frame to lower the bed frame a good quarter to a half inch, making it a little bit easier for her to get in and out of bed. And if she has to have a wheelchair, I'm going to have to find someone or some way to get a ramp or something like that to get in and out of the house, because there's a little bit of a step up, and I don't know how easy it would be for a motorized wheelchair or scooter to get up and down stairs like that. I know I would have a hell of a time trying to pull a wheelchair into the house. There's all these different things. She's talking about her walker. She had a walker from when she had her bad knee, and she was having to use a walker to get her body or her knee strong enough to operate. So there's a lot of different little things that I'm concerned about that has to do with her health and trying to make things easier for her. I'm not a young chicken anymore. I get worn out quickly just trying to do house stuff by myself. It's things like that. So there's a lot of contingency plans and whatnot that we're thinking about looking at, trying to figure out so we can not have one of those last minute type situations. I'm having a hard enough time just listening to her talk to her friend about it. That's why I'm not in the same room with her or in earshot of it, because it has caused my whole system to go into a panic mode. I'm trying outwardly not to show how panicked I am or how concerned I am or anything like that, but my stomach is twisted in knots. My heart sometimes feels like it's either going to blow out of my chest or fall out of my butt type situation. Of course, then there's all those other thoughts that I try not to give time of day, let alone a chance to come forth of, what if she can't get this fixed and it causes a heart attack, or any one of the different scenarios that could end her existence. I don't want to think about them, so I try not to. But yeah, they creep to the forefront of my brain, and I hate it. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for the fact that I know it would not be of any use to me, let alone Jerry Ann, I would probably take this nice deep mug and fill it with mead and just drown my sorrows. But that wouldn't do a lick of good in the end anyhow. It would just make me sleep easier, and then I just have to wake up and revisit the whole scenario of what ifs, you know. And it's one of the biggest things about life that I do not like is the what ifs. One of the biggest things that I am concerned about, and I pray that this is not some means of keeping me home, but if it comes down to the factor that she is stuck in a wheelchair or anything like that for any extended period of time, is there some means of paperwork or means of me getting paid to stay home and take care of my wife or my mom? I don't know. I've heard of different stories, but I've never looked into it. And honestly, not that I'm looking to stay home and not have to worry about an actual job. If I have to be family caregiver or whatever they call them nowadays, for family members who basically cannot work outside their house because the needs of their family is outweighing the expense that it would for a person to come in and basically take care of my family while I'm out working my job, is higher than probably my income would be unless I was working multiple jobs. Excuse me while I move my camera because I want to sit at a certain angle. Unfortunately, those people who don't like that tree in the background are going to have to see that for a little while. But, yeah. Today's been one of those, I want to do things, but I need to take care of my wife. So I did the important stuff, you know, the daily routine maintenance of dishes, fixing meals, making sure my wife's comfortable, spending time with my wife, either watching movies or doing whatever together. We did the project of trying to arrange furniture in the floor plan of the bedroom. So you know, I can't sit there and go, I don't feel productive. At least I can sit there and go, okay, we did some productive activities. We did some figuring out how we're going to do certain things in our room. So I feel accomplished in that today was a productive day, and that's one of the things that always bugs me is like, was I really productive? Did I sit around too long and dilly-dally and play around on my phone or watch movies or whatever? No, I had a fairly productive day. Jerry Ann said that maybe we can finish off the Filipino dresser, which will help keep the ball rolling. But right now, because of the way my stomach and my nerves and whatnot feels, I don't know if I'm going to feel up to doing it, because it's just taking stuff out of one dresser, make sure it all fits in the dresser we're going to keep, and then go in and do the closet. But I think I'm going to say no to doing that, try to get Dre Ann's walker out of the front closet here, which means I might have to take a bunch of coats or stuff out to get to it, but I'll figure that out when I get to it. But anyhow, that's the short of it. Now, the other video I did earlier today is a longer video because I talked about a variety of different things, and I wanted to do a short video, so that's what I'm trying to do here. In the other video, I did talk about, somebody made a comment on yesterday's video, Hagee Part 8, where I was talking about Hagee life skills or survival skills that we have lost over the time. and this lady chimed in about honor, respect, and agreeing to disagree are lost skills. I don't consider those life skills or Hagee worthy skills. Though, yes, those are not really skills. Those are more like mindsets. Because I grew up in the military, I knew what honor and respect was all about by the time I was 6, 7 years old. The aspect of agreeing to disagree, I never could understand. My wife, Jerry, has tried to explain it to me, and I kind of understand it, but I don't think those are survival skills. I think those are more like just manners. Manners aren't really a skill. Manners are something that are taught, are learned, but not in the same sense of the skills that I was talking about in my video. If she does not agree with me, I will just go and use her own words. I will agree to disagree. What was the other thing that I talked about in the longer video that I wanted to try to cut short? I don't remember, and I think I covered all my bases. So this is probably going to be the video that I put out. Oh, right. Along the lines of what I was talking about in the beginning about Jerry Ann's current health issues and the prospect of having to go to the emergency room on Monday because she doesn't want to go to she doesn't want to try to find another doctor and try to get into the doctor immediately, because our old doctor that we both really liked is no longer on the new health plan that we had to switch to. The whole idea of having to go in and try to continue or switch to a new health plan every year is somewhat tiresome and pain in the royal ass. Excuse my language. Why can't we just have the same healthcare system that Canada does? You find your doctor, you pick your doctor, you go to the doctor, you send the bill to the government pays their percentage while you pay maybe a $25, $50 copay. Why can't we just stick to that? Because I finally found a doctor here in Rolla, Missouri that I really like and really understands me and tries to work with me and what I feel comfortable with, and not just textbook military jargon. Because I swear, if I find one more doctor who wants to use a textbook teachings instead of trying to get to understand the patient and understand that the patient either does not like medicine, period, has an immune system that basically rejects artificial chemicals that most medication is made out of within 3 weeks of doing it, it's gonna make me go, screw the damn medical companies and whatnot. I'll do my own dang thing. But with my wife, not me, this is about my wife. I'm hoping going to the ER will get things cleared up. We can figure out what we need to do, whether she needs a scooter or a wheelchair or whatever, a medical procedure that won't cost me an arm or leg and cost me to go back to a job outside of my house where I can't take care of my family 24/7 is, I'm not looking forward to that. So I guess what I'm trying to ask for in my own way, even though I'm trying to skirt around it, not because of the fact that I don't believe in prayer, but because sometimes it is very hard for me to ask strangers, and not that everybody in my subscription list, subscribers list, there we go, subscribers list is a complete and utter stranger, but to ask you guys for healing prayers for her, not gonna get emotional, it's difficult because my emotions run my heart is right here. It's on my sleeve. I do not hide my emotions. Try to contain them as best I can so I don't make the video longer than necessary. But yeah. that's exactly what I'm asking for. I'm asking for healthier prayers for my wife's health, basically. I just wipe my eyes on this time. I'm going to blow my nose on it. Excuse me. So, that's today's video. I'm sorry it's so late. Between trying to get a lot of things done and just not knowing if I liked my first video or not, being the first one was 40 some odd minutes long and this one is almost 30. I don't know what else to say without either repeating myself or going into a round robin or however you want to put it. So I'm going to end this and say it. I can get my words correctly. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like the video or understand the video or whatever you want to do with thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm not too worried about that no more. Any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the question and comment box. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. I'm just hoping a bunch of people don't go running over to Jerry Ann's channel and start bombarding her with questions or inquiries or whatever. I already know that Jerry probably will be a little upset at me for putting this video out, but not everybody who watches my channel watches her channel. And she's very much like me. She will not actively go out and ask for prayer or anything of that nature for herself. So I do it for her. But yeah, go ahead and put your questions and comments in the box. I will try to answer them. Please, if you're on my channel and you also are on Jerry Ann's channel, direct your questions about this video towards me. I will answer them to the best of my ability. There's a lot of unknowns right now. The only thing that is known is she is in major pain. She is literally every 4 hours popping 3 to 4 Advil because Advil is a anti-inflammatory, unlike Tylenol or Vicodin or any of those other medicine that has Tylenol in it. Advil is a anti-inflammatory. I'm hoping that her problems aren't so severe that the doctor starts telling her to take Bayer, because Bayer is not only a Tylenol-based medication, but it's also a heart-friendly medication. We don't know, like I said, we don't know what the problems are. I'm guesstimating on a lot of these things. All I know is her pain radiates from behind her knee, up her calf muscle, into her hip muscle, and then into her lower back spinal area, which sounds to me like I can't remember the name of that nerve system. The sciatic nerve. If it is sciatic nerve, it's severely pinched off, and we need to figure out how to relieve the pain of the pinching and whatnot. I have a sciatica cuff, but it's not designed for a plus-size person. It's designed for the average person. Same with my back brace, which I sometimes wear when my back is giving me problems. We have to literally either find a plus-size back brace or sciatic nerve cuff. Her shoulder, I think her shoulder is primarily arthritic because it's in the shoulder. The hip pain could be arthritic. The knee pain could be arthritic. The lower back could be a lot of different reasons because of her being a plus-size person and other issues from her childhood, because she was a very active softball player and marching band person in her school days. So yeah, I mean, up until 2010, 2011, when her knee was dealt with because of I can't remember the medical procedure or what it was, but whatever it was toxic, and they had to put a PICC line up her leg towards her heart to deal with any of the bad stuff in the blood that could have given her a heart attack or stopped her heart. We have not seen signs of blood clotting, which is kind of good, because the level of iron and whatnot in her body is really low, so her blood does not. It's not that she has that rare problem where she could bleed out from a cut, but and I made this video longer. I'm sorry. Let me start all over. I'm going to end the video. It's at 30 minutes. So this is going to be the true ending, and I'm sorry. If you understood the video, like the video, whatnot, give it a thumbs up. I'm not worried about thumbs up or thumbs down anymore. I don't pay attention to that. But what I want is, if you guys go to put comments or anything like that, or you need to know more information, don't take it to Jerry Ann. If you're a member of her channel, keep it here on this channel. Leave me questions. I will try to answer them, or try to find the answer to the question without getting a whole lot of issues because people say the wrong things to Jerry Ann. I don't need that. Last time it happened, I was ready to knock some heads together. But try to aim your questions or comments towards me, and I will try to get you, excuse me, I will try to get you some answers. Whether you're new to my channel or not, and this is the first time you've seen anything from my channel, this video is kind of a, I don't want to call it a personal issue, but it's one of those things where it's like I'm reaching out for my wife. I'm asking the community and those of my channel and those who might be on her channel to send up some prayers for her. So if you wanna subscribe, why is it every time I want to end something else happens? If you want to subscribe because of my other videos. But whether you decide to subscribe because of this video or not is up to you. But if you choose to, you can click on the little subscription bell, and there's a little thumb or something running around here on the bottom that says subscribe. You can click on that, and then a little bell will pop up. You click on that bell, and YouTube will let you know when I put in my next video. So, until next time, thank you for the well-wishing. Thank you for prayers that you send up for Jerry. I always get emotional when I start doing that. You guys have a good evening. God bless. See you on the flip side. Bye.